Okay, this is video blog number 9 with Ted Dodd and Shirley Carter. There was 2 presenters. They both took about 15-20 minutes each. This was more of the faith-based leadership. Sorry about the light. The faith-based leadership track for us. Ted got his. He graduated from West Liberty with his business degree, and then went on to ministry school. Shirley did the same thing. She didn't go to West Liberty though, and then she got her master's. They both got their master's in theology. They both had pretty interesting background stories, like with what they did before they got into what they got into. They're both ministers. Well, he's a pastor, and she's like she runs the St. Thomas Aquinas Center, the Catholic Center, but it's not just it's not just for Catholics, people that believe in the Catholic religion. It's for anyone really. They're both. She's in campus ministry, and he's a pastor. The important thing about this one was, for me, because I'm not as religious as some other people might be, was that the community leadership thing is what was really interesting, because Miss Carter, for one, really made it pretty open to me, because like she doesn't help just people that are like Catholic or believe in what she believes in. She's out there to help people, anybody really who wants help in the college community, whether it's to find their faith or just general help. Like she said, they keep the building open, like especially during study exam week, the finals. They keep that thing open 24/7, and if I didn't know that, I'd probably used it a while ago, because sometimes I could use a good space to keep quiet and do some work. They talked a lot about how important leadership is, especially in faith organizations, and not just only in faith organizations, but in your community. Like, you got to have somebody who's determined and driven and knows what they're talking about and knows what the community needs more than anything to make a good leader for not just faith organizations, but your community in general, or whatever business you decide to get into. That's what I really got that out of how important leadership is, especially when it comes to education and tied to the community. Ted made that very, very apparent, like how important it is to have a good, strong leader that not only cares about the community, but really knows what the interests are of the community. Because at first, like when I first heard that they were like the Catholic Charities and stuff like that, like they were like pastors and stuff like that, I kind of got like a little bit thrown off because I'm not super religious. But then once you listen to them, you realize like, hey, it's not all about just that. They really genuinely care about their communities, not just their churches or whatever, which is awesome, because they're out here to help people and not just themselves. Which Ted even said he had trouble with early on in his career when he was a pastor in Pennsylvania. It seemed that he said like that they were more out there to serve themselves than they were to serve the community and help others out. Which, I mean, in anybody's goal, shouldn't be your main goal. I mean, you want to help people out. I mean, you want to provide for yourself, but you also want to help others, which is really important in our field. Another thing was with community education. Like I said, it's really important to know like what the community wants and how important certain things are and what order they put those in, and that's what they both spoke about a lot. I did like that they talked about leadership a lot. I mean, they didn't go too much into like the religious part of it, which was good for me, especially. And overall, it was a really good guest speakers. So, yep, that was video blog 9, I believe. I'm probably telling you the wrong number by now, so it doesn't matter.